This is Dr. Andrew Jones. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to answer a viewer's question. Dr. Jones, what do you think about buying puppies online via a classified ad? Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. Today's question in part comes from me going through all those hundreds of comments, and if you're one of the commenters, thanks for taking the time to comment. And me going through looking at those variety of different questions and choosing a few to start making some of the videos on. First of all, I appreciate the comments, keep those comments coming, and I really appreciate your suggestions around additional videos, because as you know, I'm doing 2 videos a week. So at times I'm like, what should I be discussing next? So this really helps me. First of all, thanks for asking this question. Secondly, the question came about around someone looking for a puppy, having difficulty, they wanting a certain type of pup. They're wanting like a small breed cross, a Yorkie Poo, very common sort of designer sort of mixed breed. And the question was, what do I think about getting them via a classified ad? First of all, great question. Secondly, it's something we really need to address in terms of how pups are being sold, or puppies and kittens are being sold, or pets are being sold. The issues around dog breeders and regulations or lack thereof. The actual care of the animals themselves. Why are these people doing it? Are they doing it sort of in the best interest of, we've got to supply puppies and kittens to the pet market? Or are we doing it for those caring owners? We really love these animals. And just this whole issues around, you as a concerned sort of pet parent, wanting to get a certain type of dog or a kitten, great. But the whole risk that can be involved with that is going through classified ads. So the first thing I did is, I just went on the internet and I just searched for Yorkie Poos for sale. So I type in Yorkie Poo for sale, BC. Sure enough, Google gives us an alert showing a whole range of pups that are listed here. And sure enough, the first search listing is actually Kijiji, which is one of those classified ad companies, probably the biggest one in Canada, very close to being the biggest one in the United States. The issue here is one, why are there so many crossbred dogs for sale? 2, not knowing, whether this is an actual real breeder, someone who is reputable or not. So we can just scroll down here and get a sense of, who's being offered for sale. A teacup Morkie male puppy, which is a Maltese cross Yorkie, over $2,000. A teacup Yorkie, $1,500. Yorkie cross teacup Schnauzer puppy, $1,400. About the 5th listing in, I actually find a purebred CKC registered Yorkshire Terrier for $3,500 for the puppies. So my point being here is, first of all, most reputable breeders are actually breeding purebred dogs that they're going to show. So such as this person here, they're breeding purebred CKC registered Yorkshire Terrier puppies because they're showing it as a Yorkie. We're not seeing, these crossbred dogs that are being shown in amongst different dog breeders. That's not yet accepted yet. So then the issue becomes with you as a pet owner. How do you know? This $2,000 pup here, how do you know this person are they really a legitimate, serious, thoughtful, caring breeder, or there's someone who's just out to make a buck? And that's sort of my big issue with you go ahead and going on the internet, buying pups via classified ads. So my first big point, most reputable breeders are not advertising on Kijiji. And secondly, if they are, they're selling purebred dogs, as an example. Or they're selling purebred kittens. They're not sort of selling these designer dogs. If they're a serious breeder, they're more than likely into showing, and you're not showing a sort of designer dog, you're showing a specific pure breed. Secondly, too, as you can see, looking at the money involved, you could be looking at thousands of dollars for a pup. So you can see how certain unscrupulous people could see like, wow, here's a real easy way. I can get myself, 5 females, let's get them breeding twice a year. We can maybe, have 5 or 6 pups per litter. You can see that can potentially add up to a whole lot of money for
for someone who's, they're just in it for the money. They're not in it for the health and welfare of those dogs or for those kittens. Personally, I wouldn't be buying a puppy via Kijiji. Secondly, I would strongly advocate that you consider, looking at an animal shelter, a rescue dog. If you're looking for a kitten, go to your local SPCA or ASPCA first, ideally. Thirdly, if there's a specific breed that you're looking for, a specific type of dog, spend your time to do a whole lot of research around the type of dog you're looking at, around their, is it going to fit into your lifestyle? If you're a super active person, can they be active? If you work a lot and you're not home very often, is it a dog that's sort of well suited for being inside the house? Fortunately for the cat owners watching, it's a little bit different. Our cats can sort of hang out and sleep all day. But really knowing, what type of dog you're getting, being really clear about, does that suit you, your lifestyle? And then third, really, really looking into, the place that you're getting it from, like really doing your research. You want to talk to references from other people who purchase puppies or kittens from this breeder or from this person claiming to be a breeder. And then actually going to the place of where they're being sold and getting a tour, not just sort of going into the one clean room where like this is it, here's the pups that we're selling. Looking around in big detail, like how are those animals being kept? I did a little bit of research prior to doing this video, and I wanted to get a sense of sort of regulations or lack thereof. So in the province where I'm living in British Columbia, there now is a specific breeder license. So for you to be breeding dogs, you're going to need to have a license to do that. So there's a certain basic regulations in terms of you can only have so many animals, they have to be kept in a certain way, obviously adequate space, adequate housing, sort of the basic needs, along with adequate recording. And if they're ill in any way, they need, immediate veterinary care, and all that needs to be documented. And you need to get a license. The example given is, for instance, if you want to go sell candy, for instance, you can't just go down on your local street and sell it. You need to get a license from your city. We're in so many places, and I just did a bit of research in the US, about 25 states have yet to have any form of regulation around breeders and dog breeding and selling of puppies. So, over half the states, we've got ones where there is no regulation. Within Canada, probably over half of the Canadian provinces don't have any form of regulation. So I understand when you get your sort of heart set on a certain type of, say you see a little puppy, and I gave the example of a Yorkie poo because they're a pretty common sort of mixed breed designer dog now, and they are super cute little dogs, and they're pretty easy to take care of, and I you live in an apartment, be an awesome dog to have. But being especially cautious and doing all your background research, really knowing, where you're getting that dog from, who is this person, if all of a sudden, most of the pups are going for $2,000 and someone's offering it for $900, there's probably a reason why. And if you're in a province or a state where they need to have license, ask about their license, check the status of it. Have there been any complaints against these so-called breeders or not breeders? So really being thorough, amongst anything, but especially when you're going to be getting a puppy or you're getting yourself a kitten. And my last big push, just in finishing the video, is one, look at the mixed breeds. Go to your local animal shelter, go to your local humane society, go to your local ASPCA or SPCA. There's a whole bunch of mature dogs, mature cats out there that can make wonderful pets, could potentially really fit into your lifestyle. And for whatever reason, it's been someone who's worked too much and the dog's been outside barking all day. And then, that's how I ended up getting my Jesse, who was my dad's dog when it became part of our family. Because he was probably pretty close to being a purebred Portuguese water dog, a family that worked all day, he just barked outside in the yard all day. They gave him up for adoption. As an example, you can get some great dogs through your animal shelter or your humane society. Thank you for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets. What I want you to do now is first click up there to subscribe to my channel, and then go ahead, click that link in the box below, and I can send you my free books and videos on how to heal your pets at home with my top natural remedies.